In this video, we're going to be talking about high intensity fitness training for boxing and combat sports. High intensity conditioning has become really popular in boxing and combat sports. So many boxers and athletes are using high intensity conditioning to take their fitness to the next level. At Boxing Science, we have three types of conditioning. We have sprint interval training, which are our 30-second max out sprints, muscle buffering conditioning, which is looking to control the amount of lactate that's being reduced during high intensity actions. And then we have our red zone training, focusing on cardiovascular adaptations by working in the red zone. Now, we've got a fantastic question here in our YouTube Q&A series, and this question is about how to distribute this training across a training camp. So, do we focus on all three adaptations in a single training week, or do we focus on a single adaptation for a certain amount of time before we move on to the next one? And it's a really important question to answer this, because I've had so many boxing coaches, S&C coaches come to me and ask, we're trying to tick so many boxes here. Do we work on strength and speed and power all in the same block? And same with the fitness. They're trying to work all different types of adaptation in just a single week to try and tick as many boxes as they can to try and improve their performance for fight night. However, it can be quite confusing with this. And what we try and do at Boxing Science is work in block periodization, whether that's for our strength and our power training or our high intensity conditioning. And the main reason why is because, according to the research, it takes a certain amount of sessions to create adaptation in each conditioning type. For example, for central adaptation, so this is our red zone conditioning, it's between 16 and 24 sessions before you see a significant change in performance. So if we're focusing on conditioning sessions 3 times per week, we're looking at a minimum of 5 weeks of central adaptation training, so doing 4 minutes on, 2 minutes off, and doing our pyramid training, working in that red zone, doing 5 weeks of this before we see a significant improvement. And it could maximize at between 7 or 8 weeks. So it's a long amount of time. Muscle buffering conditioning is a little bit shorter. We've got between 12 and 16 on this, but with Boxing Science techniques, we're looking at probably like seeing adaptations in between 6 and 10 sessions. And then we've got our peripheral adaptations, our 30-second max out sprints, sprint interval training, where we're seeing adaptations between 9 and 12 sessions. We look to try and use sprint interval training and muscle buffering conditioning more in our conditioning training because we know that we're guaranteed them adaptations in a short training camp. Let's say we've got a training camp between 8 and 12 weeks. We've only got a certain amount of time to optimize adaptations. So that's why we predominantly use sprint interval training or muscle buffering conditioning. Let's think about, if we're not working this in blocks, 3 to 4 week blocks on each conditioning type, sprint interval training, for example, working across a 10-week program, with then limiting the amount of adaptation that we're actually getting from the 10-week training program, because we're only achieving 9 sessions and obviously got a taper, the minimum over a week. So you're not getting the actual benefit from them sessions. And also these sessions are quite grueling. So if you're using them towards the back end of training camp and you're using them around the sparring and everything like that, it might actually be detrimental towards your performance. So we make sure that we're using sprint interval training, muscle buffering conditioning training in intense 3 to 5 week blocks, focusing on that adaptation before we're moving on to another one. And this is a really effective way and a very straightforward way of organizing your training. Now, if you're wanting to find out more about our conditioning methods, our programming methods, and maybe even our strength and conditioning training, you can check out our brand new course, The Ultimate Coaching for Combat Sports Online. This is the most popular strength and conditioning workshop in boxing and combat sports, where we break down the Boxing Science training methods that's used with world champions. This has been delivered in multiple locations around the world. Now you can get access with just a click of the button. This is brand new, it's insightful, and it's going to take your coaching and your knowledge of sports science in boxing and combat sports to the next level. Up-to-date research and training techniques presented in online webinars, practical demonstrations, and a 100-page ebook jam-packed full of information and our Boxing Science training secrets. If you're interested in this, go and check out the link in the description, and you can also get 20% discount using this discount code, Ultimate Coach 20. You can get access to this course at a much cheaper price. Okay guys, so that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future content, including workouts, breakdowns of the training champions, and also your Q&A sessions. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully see you on the next video at Boxing Science.